Hello, and welcome to a new episode on Farming Simulator 25. So it's November, and we have a lot of stuff to do today, but we're going to start off really quick by refilling our greenhouses since they're all rather low. They aren't too low to begin with, but they're definitely below 50%, so I figure better do it before I forget about it, especially since the produce from those two greenhouses has definitely helped fund our farm growth. Really quick, while we get back and start reloading here, I do want to take a quick peek and see if there are any good contracts to do in the background. Oop, overshot that a little bit. Alright, let's take a look at contracts real quick and see what we got. Ooh, this harvesting contract. What do we have here? Carrots, no thank you. Sugar beet. That would take a very long time, no thank you. And that's it for now. So we'll just wait, and maybe later on throughout the day something better will pop up. Alright, let's refill again. Looks like there's still a ton of fog here again. I know I keep mentioning it, and, and I really do feel bad about, mentioning the fog every single episode. But every single episode I turn on the game and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much fog. Let's take a quick look and see how much water is left to do. So greenhouse 1 still has quite a bit. Greenhouse 2 still has a lot. And the mushroom I just filled up right now. And the rice barely uses any water, so that one's unbelievably easy to refill and keep maintained. Slowly burning through the pile of wood in the sawmill right here. Ironically enough, that was, what was it? That was one tree, I think it was. Those are all the branches from that tree. I guess I need to get closer to begin with. So this looks like it's going to take a little bit of time. I think what I will do is do it on a time lapse. There we go, we just finished that one. Let's do the little bit of water to the rice harvest here. The rice harvest. The rice greenhouse, or the rice sapling greenhouse. Barely takes any water, which is nice. Alright, let me just go ahead and park this really quick. And then we'll head over and start getting ready to harvest. In the last episode, after we were finished, before I kind of closed down the game, I went ahead and planted wheat in field 6 and rolled it as well, so it's prepped to harvest as the season rolls around. We obviously will not be able to do that in field number 1 because since it's November, it's no longer planting season for wheat. I just wanted to get one more field of wheat before I advance the day. That way I just have a little more grain. And like I mentioned in the last episode, if we have enough grain, I think I would really like to see if we can afford to get some chickens after we harvest all that grain next season. Look how foggy it is. It is still early in the morning, so maybe it will burn off a little bit. Oh, you know what? The time is still low, so why don't I increase the time and see if that helps the fog go away. Both of our sawmills have wood in it. The medium sawmill up in our little forest there is doing pretty well. Guess there was a rock there that I didn't see. Look at that, you can barely see in front of you. Alright, real quick, let me look and see if we have any weeds. No weeds, it looks like. That's cool. One less thing to do. So let me hop over here. Oh, I can't attach. Oh, yes, I can. It's facing the other way. There we go. I don't really like doing things off camera, but at the same time, like I mentioned last episode, there's just only so much I can fit into a day or into an episode of recording. So I had really no choice but to kind of do it off camera since the last video was pretty long anyway. Alright, let's hop into position. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this cornfield right here, and then I'm going to bale it up. Pick up the bales of straw and then bring the straw back to our farm. And I'll do all of that on a time lapse. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Welcome back. Well, it took a lot longer than I expected in order to harvest all this corn, so I figured I'd pause the time lapse before I started baling up the straw and picking up all the bales, because that would be an unbelievably long time lapse, since this was probably quite a while as well. You probably noticed that I bought a John Deere header and trailer over there, and I'll show you what my plan is and the reason I bought it. I am planning to purchase this modded John Deere combine. It allows me to upgrade it slowly over time to a much larger capacity as well as a much stronger engine. And one of the headers that it can use is the one that was on sale. And rather than spend a full $135,000 on it, I figured I might as well get the discounted option. So that's what I did. When we have some money coming up, though we have time until it's time to start really harvesting all the fields, this will be the combine that I purchase. I'm also looking at purchasing a large tractor, and the two I'm looking at is either this S-Series Valtra or the Massey Ferguson 9S. And to be perfectly honest, they're great tractors and they're on the cheaper side, so that's the major reason I'm looking at one of these two for our first big tractor on the farm. I'm not sure which one we'll get. Obviously, if a large tractor goes on sale, I might just grab that first. I understand that when you buy them on sale, there's a lot more, I don't want to say damage, but there's a lot more wear and tear since it's a used tractor, so you have to constantly keep it repaired. But that's alright, I'm actively trying to repair anything I use every episode. So I think we'll squeak by with a used tractor and still save a ton of cash. I'm running up our second trailer of corn to the grain mill. There's a little bit more left in the combine, and then what I want to do is I want to see if our combine is strong enough to lift that John Deere header and place it on the trailer. If it is, awesome. I'll drag it up to our farm. If it's not, it might have to stay parked there for a little while until I figure out what to do. I just didn't want to, I don't want to lose the chance of saving some money while we could. Fog has not really burned off at all. I did lower the speed again from our regular speed of 5. Let's see if that guy goes first. There you go. Now I'll see if I can make it up the hill. That's going to be the true test. Only because we have rain coming up, and I didn't want the rain to impact our harvest. I was able to find some contracts that looked doable and paid pretty well, so I went ahead and I grabbed them. That mowing contract, I'm curious if that tractor can also hold our mowers, and maybe I can mow our lawn again real quick. I'm not sure if our field. I'm not sure if our field is ready to be harvested yet, but I'll do a quick check after I drop off this load of corn. You can see why I'm really interested in getting another combine, because our combine right now is just a little too small and a little slow. And if we continue to use that particular combine for a while, it's just going to take forever to harvest all the fields. Alright, let's drop this corn in there. Let's see if we have enough room. It holds 180,000 liters. I believe we have enough room for corn. You notice that the oat and the rice flour is finally finished being made. That we ran out of oats and we ran out of rice. So that's fantastic. You know what I didn't check, and maybe I should have, was, well, it's kind of hard to check how much we actually made off that rice flour. We don't get very much rice right now because our fields, our paddy fields, are rather small. But I still think we made a lot more than we would have if we just sold the rice off the field. I'm going to head back and fill up the trailer with what's left of the corn. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's take a quick look at our map and see if field 26 is ready to harvest. It is. Awesome. So once that mowing contract is done, we'll see if that tractor can use our mowers, and then maybe I can use that on field 26. In that case, I'm going to do a quick jump cut. I'll see you when we get back to filling up the cart. Here we are back. I guess I should have checked since I didn't have to bring this trailer all the way back down here. I could have left the trailer all the way back up at our farm had I realized that we emptied the combine completely already. Alright, looks like the mowing contract is done, so that tractor is available to see if it works on our mowers. I'm going to check to see real quick if I have enough strength in this combine in order to pick up this header. Considering this is the oldest and cheapest of all the combines, I'm not sure if can even connect to it or pick it up, especially since it's a John Deere one, and this is not a John Deere combine. Oh my gosh, this thing has wheels. Old harvester. Does this need a trailer? I am not sure. This is a huge header, which is great because obviously it will make everything that much easier when it comes time to harvest. Awesome, I cleared the rocks. Hey, look at that. Yay. My plan worked. So all I'm going to do is grab my corn header real quick, throw it back on here, and see if I can attach the trailer to the end of the combine. And then I'll bring that back later. I'm not going to do that right now. I want to get to the mowing part of it real quick. That way we can have a huge montage of baling, because I know how exciting that is for everybody. Perfect. Alright. Not sure if this one is strong enough to use both of ours, and unfortunately because this is a contract mower, I won't be able to use it on our field. So I'm going to drop these off here real quick and then head over to our field, our farm, and see if our mowers work on it as well. I'm hoping that they do. It always amazes me how most of the tractors that I use for contracts are just so much more responsive and quicker than the ones that I own. I'm looking forward to getting to some new tractors and being able to take advantage of some of the speed and responsiveness of them. Definitely don't stop as quickly with all this stuff on as you do without it on. Let's unfold everything. We'll go ahead and lower everything as well. Let's see, what's the command for Control Y? There we go, that should drop a swath. Oh my gosh, it works. Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna knock this out on a quick time lapse. This will be much faster than the first time I cut the grass. And I'll see you guys in just a little bit. pretty much finished mowing this entire field. I'm just trying to get this last little bit here, and then we should be done. Alright, let's turn that off, raise them up, and fold them up. Awesome. Gonna go ahead and drop these back off at, well, where we stored them last time, right by the silo for now. I really do need to look into building a shed or two. Just not really sure where to put them yet. I don't have a lot of room on my yard. I do, but I also like it, the fact that it's open and has plenty of, plenty of ways to move around it, and there's nothing really kind of, stopping or blocking anything. But I'll have to see if I can, again, stopping not so easy. And this tractor's just a little bit too light for these mowers. But for now, this is a nice little place to keep them. They're out of the way. They're not, blocking anything, and they're easily accessible. Alright, let's turn in both of those contracts. So we'll make $15,000 from this cultivating contract. That is all sorts of awesome. And almost $13,000 from this mowing contract. Plus we were able to use a tractor and do a little bit of mowing ourselves. So that was a great contract for us. Let's see. Actually, let's go ahead and bring our trailer back up to our farm, and I think this is where I'll stop it here for this episode. We got a lot done. We finished harvesting this cornfield, did a couple contracts, filled the water up for the greenhouses. We couldn't see that car until it was almost on me. Mowed our field. Next episode, we're going to have to harvest, not harvest, but to bale up all of that straw and all this grass here. And I think we're going to try the new format where instead of one episode is the entire month, I'm just going to break it up and have as many episodes as it takes to go through the month so that they're not too long. So I'm assuming that this entire month of November will probably be 2 episodes. We shouldn't have too much left to do. We just have the baling, the storing of the bales, and the selling of pallets, plus any little, job on the farm. So I think that'll work pretty well. I'm looking forward to eventually getting that much larger and most probably much faster combine. I'm hoping that, we should be making more than enough money to be able to afford it before the harvest season rolls in. Let's take a quick peek and see if there's anything that I need to do before we end the episode. I've turned in both of our contracts, so we don't have any contracts left. What is interesting now is so that next episode maybe I can pick up a contract myself to do if we don't have a lot of stuff to do. Well, the baling will probably take quite a while. But I was looking at this stone picking one because we could use a little more stone. So we might do that during the next episode. We'll see. Maybe we can try one of these crazy harvesting contracts as well. Well, no. I really have no interest in doing carrots or root crops. It just seems like a major hassle. Everything should be good here. We are making the maize flour using the corn. We will still have to drop off a sell point for that or buy a sell point for that. We'll do that in the next episode. Alright everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode as well as the new format, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a great day.